drop an album review and say like, give me more ideas for content. I love making talking content like this, but I don't do it that much anymore. And then I go MIA until I post another album review. But anyway, here we are.
This video was formed from a live ostrich.
If you didn't read the title for some reason, I'm going to be reviewing Jay Williz's album Exhume Rebirth. What's cool about this is I am recording this on November 21st, I think, and the album is not even out yet. I've had the album since October 15th, so the time you're watching this, it will be over 2 months. I've never been sent an album early before, and I think it was really cool and sweet of Jay to do that, especially since like I'm just a fangirl. I'm not a music critic. I post these videos because I enjoy doing them, not for any other reason. So he basically just sent me the album because he wanted to hear my thoughts, and I think that's so cool and so crazy. I will say I sent Jay like an 18-minute review and he sent me like an hour's worth of analysis back. So I will have some things to say in this video that he told me about. He told me not to say a lot of stuff that will ruin the listening experience, so I'm gonna try my best, but I'm a yapper. Also, I always say to listen to the album and develop your own thoughts before you watch my reviews anyway, so in case you haven't, go listen to Exhume Rebirth by Jay Williz and then watch this review. Okay, thanks. We'll see how it goes. I want to read out my pre-listen thoughts in like the first person because I don't remember how much of this I told Jay, but I was super nervous to listen to the album. For 2 reasons for the most part. At this point, I had only heard 2 of the songs from the album, which were the singles Freakin' Trouble, and I was worried that I wasn't gonna like the rest of it because I don't normally listen to rap music. And 2, he told me he wanted a detailed response, and I was so worried that whatever I was gonna say wasn't gonna be enough, so I'm like, here are my notes. Jay wants a detailed review. I am sitting here with my headphones at my desk procrastinating because I fear my review won't be detailed enough. Anyway, not only am I typing this all out, but I'll also be sending it in voice messages to Jay, so commitment. Jay sent me this album at 2:39. It is 3:14 and I haven't touched it yet. I'm scared. Okay, anyway, let's actually get on with the album. I don't know where to start with this song. I guess I might as well start with the intro. This is so embarrassing. So the person who's talking at the beginning of the intro, who says, "Good fucking riddance, that dude's gone. Ain't nobody liked him. I swear, if he didn't go out the way he did, somebody else would have taken him out." That's Marcos from Tomorrow's June. I thought it was Jay. So this is like a conceptual album, I think. What did he say in his Instagram caption? A conceptual album. Okay, I was correct with the word. And it's kind of like a Jay versus Justin kind of thing. Justin's his actual name. It feels illegal for me to know that, but whatever. Sorry, misuse of the word actual there. I meant his legal name. His actual name is Jay. Okay, on with the video. When I first heard that intro, I thought it was like Jay killing Justin, or the other way around. It was one side of him killing the other side. It wasn't. Fun fact. Last night, the night before I recorded this video, I wanted to listen back to everything that Jay told me just so I had it fresh in my brain. Anything I didn't put in my notes, I could put in there. And I didn't because I was so embarrassed to be wrong about that. There were 2 things I guessed about this album, lore-wise, and I was wrong about both of them, and it's embarrassing. God damn it, Younger, what do you want? He said that it was Marcos from Tomorrow's June in the intro, and it clicked in my brain. I'm like, oh, shit, well, okay, it's not Jay. And then he goes on to say, like, you were wrong about that, which, yeah, I know. I actually think I remember, like, I heard in Jay's response to my review being like, you said it was Jay killing Justin, it's not. I'm pretty sure I said out loud, yup. Got it. And what's even funnier is that now I'm a fan of Tomorrow's June and I listen to it, I'm like, oh my god, that's so obviously Marcos. Why did I think that was Jay? I don't know if this reference is too niche, but
karma's a bitch.
Sorry, okay, the phrase karma's a bitch has been ruined for me, okay? Anyway, I think I can actually get into the actual song now. I've written a lot more in my notes since I sent Jay my response. My first listen, I had to pause the song at 54 seconds because I was trying to like piece together who was talking in the intro, what was going on. I was trying to set the scene, and then Jay just fucking comes in swinging. He told me before I listened that the first track comes in swinging, but that was too many words for my small little pea brain. Most of it like went in one ear and out the other. Jay, this is why I asked you to send me the lyrics to your songs. Thank you for putting the lyrics to Bad Habits and Drag Me Down on Apple Music so I didn't have to ask you. I leaked the album on Instagram Live less than a month ago. It'll be more than a month ago by the time you see this, because Jay was the only one watching. And I remember him saying that this song hurt his brain. Dude, you wrote it! Can you imagine how especially the first time I heard it. I didn't write anything about this part, but I wanted to highlight it. The part where the instrumental just cuts and it's just vocals. I have to push you back like I'm out here talking to cuticles. It's time I put the nail in the coffin like at a funeral. That part. And then there's also the part at the end where like you think the song ends and then it goes into so read the spell you recognize I might have cursed. Those two parts, so good. So good. I love that shit. So I have a funny story and it connects two lyrics that I really like in this song. So I've been playing this album when my dad brings me to and from work, and Disinstrument was on, and I was explaining the line, even if I was Lincoln, I still would never be innocent, which Jay had to explain to me, but once he did, I thought it was really cool. Innocent, like, you know, not guilty, but then innocent, because Lincoln's on the penny. And as I was explaining that to my dad, he goes,
I don't know, all I heard was asshole and dick.
Dad, I know you just got home, but I have a question for you. What's your favorite lyric on Jay's album? The rap album that we listen to on the way to work sometimes?
Dick. Dick. Asshole.
Which is like probably my favorite line in this song. I'm still an asshole, dick, and I'll be colliding with everybody like sodomy, asshole, dick. I will admit I had to Google what sodomy was to get it, because like I've heard of the word, but I didn't know exactly what it meant. Got it. This wasn't originally the first track on Exhume Rebirth. There is a song, it's not on streaming, but it's on Jay's Instagram and his YouTube. It's called Exhume. I think Disinstrument is way better, but I'm curious as to like what made Jay want to go back and rethink that first track, especially since he already posted it. I do think starting an album with Sorry for the Wait, but I'm back now is a little corny, a little too on the nose. So definitely think this was the right move, starting with Disinstrument instead. That being said, Jay told me I should cover Exhume, and I'm sure he was joking, but like, send me the lyrics. This is my rap god. I don't remember when I first listened to that song, but I was like 10 years old, give or take, trying to memorize. I only memorized the fast part because that was the only part that mattered to some people, and I thought I was so cool once I got it down. I need to memorize Exhume for 10-ish, give or take, year-old Tiffany. She would have wanted this. Before I start any of my thoughts about this song was written to be a sequel to Freak Show by Blackout.
Welcome to the freak show, baby. Welcome to the freak show, baby.
I think Jay pays that song dust. He says it's corny. I disagree. I will admit there is one part of that song that I think is corny. Hurry, step right up and witness the freak show. I'll say that part is kind of corny, but I still don't think, I still think he pays that song a little bit of dust. I will also admit though that I think Freak is better than Freak Show. Some of the transitions on this album are so good, and one of them being Disinstrument to Freak. And I think part of it is just because the songs end so abruptly that when the next one starts, it transitions nicely. Does that make any sense? This was one of the two singles that was out before Jay sent me the album. This is the song that actually made me start listening to Jay and Blackout. Like, I was a fan of Jay Williz before I was a fan of Blackout. So when this song came on, I like instantly started rapping along. But when Jay explained the Trump lyric to me, I'm like, hold on. Maybe I should like listen a little closer to this song. Goes out with a bang like Trump's attempt, and I'm not saying that I'll shoot you up, but pay attention. It must be irritating. Irritating because Trump got shot in the ear. How do you even think of that? So when I first heard this song, it was like a vocal stim of mine to go, he takes a whiskey drink, he takes a vodka drink, he must be high, I think, he's passed out by the sink. For some reason that would just like replay over and over in my head. Sometimes I'd say it out loud, just that part. I wouldn't have known that the first half of that line was a reference to Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba if Jay didn't tell me. I was gonna be so proud of myself for getting the other rappers that overpass on the Golden Bridge metaphor until I remembered that the lyric right after that is,
Please excuse the corny metaphor, but you know what it is.
Everyone's gonna get that one, you d***. When I covered this song, I got two like really tiny, almost unnoticeable words wrong, and it's like a huge fear of mine to get words wrong in a cover. And I've gotten my vocal coach's lyrics wrong in front of him, so I'm like, I hate when I do that. And I bet like nobody would have noticed if I didn't say anything right now, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
I'm sorry that I took a while and had to keep it waiting. People I'd never go against, all the other rappers I'd overpass on the Golden Bridge.
I definitely read too much into this. I was thinking like,
how does this like make sense in the lore, the concept of the album?
It's basically just a tie-in to Trouble. And also a little bit spiteful, but we'll get there when we get there. I do kind of feel like this would have made more sense at the beginning of Trouble instead of like as its own thing. But also like Trouble's a single, so I don't know, maybe like Jay and I were actually just talking about this when it came to a different song, but he could have like taken the skit part out of Trouble, released it as a single, and then had the skit part back in when releasing the album. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about how I feel about this as its own thing. I do think the "ah fuck" right into Trouble again transitions, so good. So good. I think that's really, really cool. Fun fact, when I like first started listening to Jay, it was just Freak. I mentioned before, I don't listen to a lot of rap music. Not that I don't like it, just that it's not really on my radar for the most part. I was worried that I wasn't gonna like anything besides Freak. One night I asked Jay if Freak was gonna be on the album, and he said that Freak and Trouble are both gonna be on the album, and I'm like, well shit, I guess I should listen to Trouble since it's gonna be on the album. And I did, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is good. Speaking of "aw fuck," that part in the song scratches a brain itch. I don't know, something about it satisfying for my little pea brain. Funny story about this song is I begged Jay to send me the lyrics to this song for like 2 weeks. When he told me he was gonna send me the album, I'm like, bro will send me his entire album but not the lyrics to Trouble. To the point where I was convinced I genuinely pissed him off. And then I didn't even cover the song. I warmed up, I did like 2 or 3 runs of it, and I'm like, I just don't think I sound very good on this song. I reference this song whenever I'm like mildly inconvenienced. Literally, I mean, I feel like this is more than a mild inconvenience because this set me off, but I will tell this story anyway. The other day, I was at work, and I work in a craft store if you don't know, so I was called to cut fabric and called to be on register because I was a backup cashier within like 5 seconds of each other. I didn't even get to the fabric table. So then the whole rest of the night, I'm like, ah, fuck, I'm in trouble again. Like, girl, you don't want to kill yourself. You're literally just in trouble again. I thought of a couple memes when it came to referencing this song whenever I'm mildly inconvenienced. So here's one. And then here's the other. This is actually a tweet. It was on my Void account, which is what I call, it's a private account. I don't let anyone follow it except for me. I basically have it instead of a diary. So if you see this account anywhere else in this video, this was not public. Nobody else saw it except for me.
That was basically just a note for Jay because I don't want him thinking I was leaking anything.
Right, so remember earlier in the video I said I had 2 things that I had like thought about when it came to the lore and backstory and everything behind this album, and I got both wrong. This is the second one. I thought both of the voices at the end of this song were Jay.
Hey, yo, Dre, remember when we fucking robbed that Target? What?
I didn't necessarily think it was Jay talking to Justin, but I thought it was like a, hey, yo, Dre, remember when we fucking robbed that Target? What? You know what, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I thought it was both Jay and not Jay and Dre. Anyway, I guess this is a good way to introduce the TikToks I have made about this album. I've made like 10, I think, at this point, TikToks regarding the album, and I don't know whether or not I should like introduce them before I play them or just kind of sprinkle them in the video somehow, but I wanted to put them in my album review. Jay's already seen most of them, but I made them to put in the album review, so here's one of them.
Don't stick with "I'm gonna kill myself." That's like, I'm going to kill myself, though.
That is legit the same Tupperware I give my 5-year-old daughter for school every day.
What are you saying? Say it again.
Tupperware?
Say it again, slow.
Tupperware?
Slow, very slow. First, say the first syllable.
Tub.
Wrong.
This song has kind of been ruined for me because it just kind of makes me giggle because I memorized the dialogue at the beginning of this song. Hey, what the fuck? What's up, motherfucker? Jay? Aw, don't look so disappointed to see me, man. What's up? What the fuck? I thought you were dead. No, look. Looks can be deceiving and shit, but I don't got a lot of time right now. I just popped a hot one in this fucking lady a few houses down the road, alright? I'm in a fucking rush, and I need something. You're the only one I can fucking get it from, so can we hear it? Come on, man. Not again. I'm not gonna ask again. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. You died once and you think the world revolves around you. Enough with the fucking remarks, man. Just grab my shit. You know what I mean. Come on. How much? All of it. Woke up and I'm pissed off with it today.
Ah, fuck, the camera camera's almost dead. I'm in trouble again.
I sent Jay one of the TikToks I made where I basically just did that. I was like, how the fuck could you hate me when I'm literally just in my room reciting the dialogue from Spiteful by Jay Williz? Hey, what the fuck? He was like shocked. He was like, oh my god, that's commitment. Like, that's crazy. You memorized the fucking... And I was just kind of over here like thinking, of course I did. Which sounds fucking crazy, fucking insane, but like, if you're new here, I'm fucking crazy and insane, so. Anyway, it was like a couple days ago, I think, we were video calling on Instagram and he asked me what my favorite song on the album was. And before I even got to answer, he was like, oh wait, I know, it's Spiteful because of that. So like, every time I hear that song or the intro pops up in my head, because it gets stuck in my head a lot for some reason, I just get all giggly and I'm just thinking like, me getting giggly over this intro where Jay is threatening Marcos from Tomorrow's June for drugs.
I'm in a fucking rush, and I need something. You're the only one I can fucking get it from, so can we hurry the fuck up? Come on, man. Not again. I'm not gonna ask again. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. You die once and you think the world revolves around you. Enough with the fucking remarks, man. Just grab me my shit. You know what I need? Come on.
Does anybody know how to hide a body? Trouble in some road. Pretend you never saw me. I'm running out of time and I'm broken. I kinda need to know how to hide a body.
I just got the worst idea ever.
Hey, what the fuck? What's up, motherfucker? Jay? Don't look so disappointed to see me, man. What's up? What the fuck? I thought you were dead. Now I'm like, let's see shit, but I got a time. It's fucking idiots. Right? You're fucking rush. I need something. You're alive from the from, so can you comment? Not again. I'm not gonna ask again. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. You died once, you think the world revolves around you. I'm gonna fucking rush. That shit you need. Come on. How much?
I think a lot of the vocal editing and the vocal effects on this album are so cool. And I think part of it is because like I like to play with vocal effects in my covers and stuff. So like the deep vocal effect when Jay goes, I'm not gonna ask again.
I'm not gonna ask again.
So cool. I could legit just DM Jay and ask him this right now, but I fear I've been a little too annoying lately, and he told me he's gonna watch my album review even though I've already told him most of this. So I want to leave in some stuff that I haven't said or asked him yet. How much of the speaking parts on this album were improv? Were you up against your microphone with your phone reading, I just popped a hot one in this fucking lady a few houses down the road? Or were like, did you kind of get a vibe of what you thought you were gonna say and then record it? My favorite part of this fucking song, where is it? Hey! Wake the fuck up! Get off of my dick! I know I'm rock hard to the core, not as strong as it gets, but all the rapping you do is so exhausted, just quit singing the drama. I hope you know that we're on your shit! My mom and my brother are both home. I just realized when Jay goes, hey, it sounds like the fucking Lego City ad.
Cause compared to how they're sleeping on me, lions all they doing. Hey!
I don't know, there's just something so therapeutic about that. Even if I'm just like violently lip syncing it, it's just, I feel like there's so much anger in that I can unleash when I either sing or lip sync it or rap it or lip sync it.
People gonna hear this and say that I copy shady.
Yeah, this is your second Eminem name drop in a song. We get it, you're a white rapper. That sounds really harsh. We talked about this and like I compared it to how everyone compares females in rock music to Paramore, so it's like I get it. I was trying to make a joke, okay? Please laugh. I too will never ever be normal no matter how much I try to. I can't wait until this album comes out because I want to tweet that lyric so much. That lyric is just so me. Wow, can you guys believe that the first line after the chorus in this song is just completely silent? Like there's no vocals there. Like
never ever be normal no matter how much I try. Can make the impossible possible. I'm like Hulk at his peak.
I don't know, like why would he
Kama Sutra on pharmaceuticals.
You're fucking high. Jay explained that one to me, but it still took me like 4 more listens. Like it hit me at 7 in the morning on a random Tuesday. I'm like, oh, you're fucking high. I don't know what you'd call the part right before the last chorus, because I wouldn't consider it like a bridge, but I wouldn't consider it like a pre-chorus. I don't know what it is, but I love it.
Fuck, and then he went down with it cause I'm spiteful. Ironic, yes I know. Don't try to deny it, I am the one they all idol. The awfulest ISO. From Santa Rosa all the way to Budapest, I've adopted the title whenever they ask me who the best. Overdid it.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know if I want to touch either of these songs with a 10-foot pole. Like, don't get me wrong, I like them, but I feel like lyrically they're like so heavy that I'm like, I can't even joke about this. I feel bad for like making light of being like, oh, I like how this goes melodically, because the lyrical content is just, let's just move on. My throat is sore. I need hydration. I say as I drink a soda. I don't have a lot of notes on this song. I think this is like really the only song on this album that like seriously had to grow on me, where I start off being like, This song is pretty low on my ranking, but I feel like Jay's voice especially sounds really good on this song. I think what it might be, like the more I think about it, is like just kind of the contrast, like having a feature on the song and then hearing his voice instead of having a song that's all his voice. I don't know, it just makes it sound better? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Too much Tiffany, make it got it done. Signed with B&B, had people like,
Huh?
I should try to be mature and be more careful with my words. I might get the chalk outline and probably roll off in a hearse. Cause these are bad habits. Yeah, sorry man, I was saying things that you weren't supposed to hear. So I quit the shitty project, he would dip and claim. Do not ever copy me, you'll mess up. I keep a list of enemies in my pocket.
When I first listened to this song, I knew it sounded familiar. I think the week before Jay sent me the album, he went live on Instagram like 3 days in a row. And one of the days he was working on the album. And I think he worked on this song that day, because that's where I remember it from. That's the only place I remember it from. This one, I have 2 favorite songs on the album, and this is one of them. Something I love that Jay tends to do in a lot of his songs is he'll add distortion to his vocals. And the only way I can like describe it in Tiffany terms, I guess, to kind of simplify it, is that it sounds like he's clipping the microphone. It sounds like his mouth is right up to the microphone. He's going, "'Cause he's a bad habit." It's really loud to make the audio go so loud that like the microphone and the recording can't take it, so it clips. It's an effect, at least in Logic it's called clip distortion. I don't know if it's like that in every other program, but
Can you say hi to the video real quick?
ugh, she doesn't like being held, but I try to get her to say hi. Okay, I'll let you know.
I'm talking facts, they say what never happened, so now I'm flying at target practice. I'm going batshit. It took too much, Tiffany, make it got it done.
Me mention. I'm kidding. It's Tiffany from V&V, but it's funny because we have the same name, you know. I said this joke on my Instagram live that I mentioned earlier when I leaked the album, and I feel like I kind of ruined it, but I'm gonna say it again. I think it's funny, okay? When Jay first sent me the album, this song was half done. So I wouldn't say I didn't pay a lot of attention to it, but I did kind of zone out like halfway through what was supposed to be No Limit Creations part. And I'm like, oh shit, like this isn't supposed to be here. Because it was just like a minute or two of just straight instrumental. The instrumental goes hard though. Another earworm that's been like getting really stuck in my head, especially recently, is she ride with me like her name was Nelia. She fucking with me, but is she ready? Yeah. When the album comes out, I might want to do a mini cover of this song. And I'm not exactly sure where I want to start it, because like I want to have a little bit of Jay's part, a little bit of No Limit Creations part, and a little bit of Laid Back Zach's part. And I was thinking I could start it right there. I feel like No Limit Creations sounds like Charlie Puth in the chorus. Just a little bit. The harmony in the chorus is so good. I want to see if I can do it without listening to this song. Oh, yeah, ride with me. Oh, I lost it, but I found, no, I didn't have it. Listen, I can sing. Trust me. Ride with me, fall with me, ride with me, fall with me. There it is. Took me a minute, but I got there. When I say body, obviously, I'm in a hearse.
And when I say body, obviously, I'm in a hearse.
Every time I rap along to this song, I have to put super emphasis on obviously. It's like, you know when you're listening to I Miss You by Blink-182 and it's not inside my head, it's the voice inside my head. It's like, it's yed. It's like, it's obviously. There's one more piece of wordplay that Jay explained to me, and I still didn't get until it hit me at 10 o'clock at night on a random Friday. Until he showed me how to sneak a look inside of a window, so now my flow peaked. Is that the lyric? It's right in my notes. I don't know why I'm not. Yeah, so my flow peaked, like my flow peaked, but my flow peaked, like peeking inside of a window. Jay literally explained that to me and I still didn't get it until 10 o'clock on a random Friday. Okay, right, so yeah, this song made me cry. I was not expecting this song. I don't even know why it made me cry.
All right, I get it, fine. You're all without fathers, all right?
I'm not. I love my dad.
I don't listen to this song a lot because it makes me emotional. I don't understand why I get emotional. I have a picture of the first time I listened to it. I just remembered that. I don't know if you can see it, but there are tears forming. I don't know. Something about it just hits you.
The fucking truck.
Jay sounds like a 12-year-old that learned how to swear for the first time.
What's up, bitch? Punk ass motherfucker. Think you can run from me? Fuck that. Get your ass out of the fucking car. You piece of shit. Come on. Ugh.
Your ass up the fucking car. I think overall the sound design in like the skits and like the beginning part of Spiteful is so well done. It reminds me of when I was in high school. I think it was whatever. I remember one year I took like a music production class. I remember junior year I took a class called Enjoyment of Music, and I loved that class a lot, and I asked my counselor if there were any more classes like it, and I was recommended that class, and it was not a lot like it. But anyway, there was a sound design project in it, and it just kind of brought me back to that, and I'm like, wow, this is really well done. Another question about like the spoken bits and the skits, was any of it like awkward to record? Especially with like the trunk, because it's like you're talking to yourself. Remember when I was talking about Bad Habits and I was talking about how Jay like was working on the album on a live stream? I remembered this one so specifically from that live stream. As soon as I heard before I'm starting this off, you should have seen the way my mouth opened. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I'm pretty sure my face like legit lit up. I'm like, oh my god, this is that song.
Fun fact, Jay almost didn't drop this song. This song almost wasn't on the album. How does that feel, Jay? Knowing that you almost didn't drop this song, and when I heard it, my face lit up. How does that make you feel?
Jay sent me this album as like one audio file, so I wrote down in my notes, yes, I remember this song from the live, and yes, I forgot about 3151, and I'm like, girl hell, what the fuck is 3151? Because I ended up splitting the one audio file he sent me into each song. I wrote down 2 timestamps, and I should have looked this up before I recorded this, and I probably should go back and look right now, but I'm pretty sure 3151 is right before the second verse. When it goes, I rise, I fall, and the music hits right when he says I fall.
I rise, I fall.
And then 3230 is the other timestamp that I wrote down, and I'm thinking it's wait, you're desperate.
Wait, you're desperate.
I'm gonna go fact check that right now. Okay, I was correct. I wrote in my notes, this might be my favorite non-single. This is my favorite song on the album.
Oh my god, my lips look like shit. Anyway, it actually ended up being a single, so
it's tied with Bad Habits, but when I wrote that down in my notes, Drag Me Down was my favorite. But now it's Drag Me Down and Bad Habits are tied for #1, and then Spiteful is a very, very close #2, and With Me is a very, very close #3. I didn't think I was gonna be able to memorize this song. This song's a little fast for me. I didn't think I'd be able to get it, but I covered it because I wrote in my notes, thinking about how Jay told me I should cover Exhume when I still get tongue-tied trying to rap this song. I got tongue-tied trying to say that sentence. Why is it that when I go, intentions are pure, I said it before, yeah, I'm gonna just take what I want, I don't sound cool and badass like Jay Williz. I sound like a 5-year-old throwing a tantrum.
Intentions are pure, I said it before, yeah, I'ma just take what I want.
Jay sent me this album as one whole file. And I thought that the Rise and Shine motherfucker at the end of Drag Me Down, I thought it was the beginning of talking to myself.
Okay, so I use Apple Music, and even with local files, you can't screen record. So here's what it sounds like if I were to currently, as of right now, listen to the album in order, finish Drag Me Down, and start talking to myself.
Rise and shine, motherfucker. Rise and shine, motherfucker.
Jay doesn't say talking to myself in this song, but I still need a transition clip.
This song kind of cleared up the like concept, I was gonna say conceptualization. This song I really feel like cleared up the whole concept of the album for me, because I was kind of sitting here the whole time being like, who's Jay and who's Just? I know it's the same person, but I'm thinking like, which part of Jay is Jay and which part of Jay is just it. Does that make sense? And I feel like this song like really made it click. It really made me understand. I feel like when listening to this song, I kind of zoned out a little bit. Not because I didn't like it, but just because like there's so much emotion in the vocals.
Tay doesn't say talking to myself part 2 in this song, but I still need a transition.
I was looking back at my notes the other day and I was kind of, you know, finishing up my notes for this video and I'm like, did I not say anything to Jay about this song? This is the last song on the album. How could I not have said anything? And then I remembered all I really had to say about this song specifically is I like the way that the album ends the same way it starts.
Good fucking riddance, that dude's gone. Ain't nobody liked him. If he didn't go out the way he did, somebody else would have taken him out.
There was another thing I really liked about the song, about how it, like, the voice switches so quickly. I mean, obviously it's vocal effects and editing, but like...
Your body over to the side that anybody can visit. Wait,
Are you alive?
Overall thoughts. First time I listened to this album, it straight up just left me confused, and I think part of the reason was because I was reading too heavily into the fact that it's a concept album. Instead of just like listening and being like, oh my god, these songs are good, I was like trying to take in every single piece of lore surrounding the story and the album and everything, instead of just like actually giving the songs a listen. That being said, as long as this album comes out this year, which it should. Jay told me it should. This is my album of the year. 100%, no doubt about it. Tiffany Rock's album of the year is Exhume Rebirth by Jay Williz. And I don't know if I've ever had like a distinct, this is my album of the year. Maybe last year with Problems by Not a Toy, but maybe not. I don't remember what albums dropped last year, but this is 100%, without a doubt, no questions asked. This album was supposed to drop the same weekend as State Champs, self-titled, and I'm like, either one of these albums is gonna be my album of the year. I'm sure of it. And it's this one. I would say State Champs maybe has like a semi-close second, but this is 100%, without a doubt, no questions asked, my album of the year. I think the singles to songs on the album ratio is really good. I even wrote in the notes that it's like ideal. Like it's probably the best and my notes app is lagging. There were 3 singles, Trouble, Freak, Drag Me Down, and then the album got pushed back, so we decided to drop another single, which was Bad Habits. And I think 4 singles compared to 13 songs, if we're not counting the skits, I think that like makes sense, and I think it's good. Like I think it's, like I said, ideal. Probably the best I've ever seen when it comes to this kind of thing. I could argue that this album wasn't promoted enough.
I am promoting this album more than Jay is.
I'm not gonna like dock any points. Obviously I'm giving this album a 10 out of 10. Because I'm not docking any points for a lack of promotion. One, because like I understand Jay wants to push Blackout way more than he does his solo music, and I get that. And 2, I feel like not enough promotion is not necessarily a negative thing for the listener. It's just kind of a negative thing when it comes to trying to find more listeners. Compared to Not a Toy's album Problems, they teased every single song on TikTok before it dropped. Like, I think that is more negative to the listener because they already know what all of the songs sound like. Where when you're going into this album, you still get a surprise with some of the songs. Most of the songs, actually. A majority of the songs. That being said, those were my thoughts on Exhume Rebirth by Jay Williz. I just want to thank Jay again for sending me the album early because, like, I appreciate it so much. It's like, it's little old me. Like, I'm literally just very vocal and loud about my support for my favorite bands, and I get sent an album early. I don't know, I think it's really cool and I appreciate it a lot. If you liked this video, like it, comment down below, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, share with your friends, all that crazy, wacky, weird, amazing, fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I never know how to end these things.